You're listening to Tales from the Flipside. Tales from the Flipside. Tales from the Flipside.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of CBSI Presents Tales from the Flipside, episode 132, I believe. I am Bryan McClay, just chilling. Here with the rest of the homies. We're one man short tonight, and one man hopefully to be here. Gentlemen, introduce yourselves.
Jon Z here. Nothing exciting to add today. I'm staring at Ben C's background. Sorry, I'm distracted.
Ben Stein or Ben C?
S, sorry.
Okay.
Oh
Jesus,
my gosh.
Can't even his own
Like,
fucking co-host.
I know, like, seriously, man. Like, it's been like 5 years. You still don't know?
I'm just distracted by where you're at.
No worries, Mike Z. It's okay.
Yeah.
Pete Up's here, hanging out for as long as I can manage tonight. I came home and my wife said she swapped the drapes. I was like, yeah, whatever. So that's all I got. New drapes.
You asked where the hell the Flipside banner is?
I think it's still being sewn in the sweatshop.
Okay.
How does this work? I forget. It's been so long since I've been on.
Well, definitely
I know you broke out your
intro.
your Xbox headset.
Well, on the Hot 10, I was noticing like the sound was off or something. Like it wasn't very clear. It was kind of like echoey. So I just got rid of the snowball and just went with the
Mike.
The mic.
Sound great.
You're gonna start a Twitch stream with your gaming.
Yeah, I'm a big gamer. This is what us old guys do, is game.
It's really good to see everybody in the chat. The chat has been lively on a lot of shows lately, and we definitely want to say, we definitely want to say thank you to everybody in the chat. Real quick, we want to start the show with some unfortunate news. We want to give a quick shout out to our friend Brian Wood over at Simple Man's Comics. He lost a good friend, lost two good friends this week, and we want to give a big shout out. James Pop, his really good friend. And we also lost a member of the community, the Comic Jabroni. So if you guys want to go give money to these fundraisers or help in any way you can, just say hello. Do so. On from that. Big community, you guys. Let's keep it strong. So big shout out to everybody who love these people. So other than that, gentlemen, let's start the show.
It's weird though. I mean, like when you think about that, like we all just kind of take it for granted, and that we're actually real people with real. We're not just jerks on a podcast.
It was actually, I didn't expect it to be that hard to just say that right now, but that was hard. My heart was kind of, and. It does suck, and especially in a community where, like you said, this is a little bit more than just people behind a keyboard at this point. So
yeah.
Boy. All right. I think
we should start the news with this Venom book, this Venom 27.
I was gonna say, yeah. Oh yeah. This kind of, it was funny because when we talked about it on the Hot 10, Ben kind of brought it up, and Ben said, what we all were thinking, I don't care. Listen, we all thought this. It's just some part of us said, I wonder if he's doing this. That it was, here's the hype man. Donnie Cates, the hype man, creating more hype. And boy, did he. Next thing I know, I'm seeing these comments in the Hot 10 like, are you fucking kidding me? Come on, man. This is ridiculous. But we all thought that.
I don't think he was mad about it. That's for sure.
No.
But I mean, John Boy was like, what? What's going on? When he was commenting in a thread on Facebook on our thread about it, and we're like, what? He found out from Facebook basically. He's like, what is going on? So it's it's odd for that to happen. I don't even know how or why that would happen. That's a printing issue. But wouldn't they notice 2 covers?
Or the fact that the 1 in 100 is a all black cover, and the one they sent out had color. I mean,
something. Yeah. I mean, there's a snafu at the printing, a snafu at, well, not Diamond, and then I don't know. I do enjoy that the first to market list is an error, and all of a sudden selling like crazy, and then slowly it comes out that I think they're all this way.
I blame COVID day drinking at the QA department.
Is the QA department at the printing facility or at the facility where is it all one facility where they print and they send it out and package it and all that stuff in the same facility?
It gets printed and then sent to Diamond, and Diamond breaks it up. I don't know where it's printed at, but Diamond's not the printer, and we know their sense of quality control is not the most well-renowned. I mean, there's Facebook pages dedicated to Diamond fails, so we can't count on them. We can't count on them to be the situation. I mean, they're roughly the Paul of the comic universe. Get them or you won't.
Around 500 total copies of the double cover in total. Thanks, RJ. RJ, giving that comment there. Yeah, I don't know. What are those copies still going for?
I mean, look, I didn't look this just at the last minute because it's pretty much one of those things moving all over the place.
Let me see if I can bring it up on screen here. Yeah, that's kind of. What were they going for on the Hot 10? The night of the Hot 10, Ben, do you remember?
600,
600-700 right off the gate,
something like that. 500-600.
They seem to still be bouncing around. I see one as cheap as $440, but they're still generally floating in that $600 to $700 range.
They've got some $699, $725. These aren't sales; these are just asks. $729.
No, I'm looking at sales. It's selling between $600 and $450. I think you occasionally get an undercover that pops up cheap, and then it's still selling in that $600. So I mean, it's holding value, but I don't quite. I don't know. If the whole thing's wrong, then it's not really an error. It's just
that's so crazy. That's so crazy.
I don't buy it. I don't buy any of it. There's
Conspiracy Stein.
Well, I mean, just there's like no way that any kind of quality control would miss something like that. I mean, it's not even the same book. I mean, it's not even the same cover. There's no chance that was not done on purpose.
And you know what? That'd be great if it was. Wouldn't that be? That'd be a great story. Yep. Guess what? We did it on purpose.
Yeah,
it would piss a lot of people
off. John Boy was paid by somebody to do that cover. Like that was a store exclusive, right? That wasn't a 1 in 25. That was a store exclusive to go somewhere.
Yeah, that John Boy Myers.
Yeah,
or the one underneath. One of them was a store.
The Stegman's is the 1 in 100. The John Boy Myers was an exclusive.
Yeah, that was a store exclusive.
So somebody's got hosed,
or they got some great press. Now that people are going to want that, they're going to want the other one. Maybe that's the only way you can get that cover now, right? Unless you want to pay $800 for it. It's the only way you can get the other one. So now. Man, they just fell into a gold mine, man. Yeah. Who is that? Who's selling that? No, I won't go look it up. I'll get us in trouble on that.
They got
use this moment to your advantage.
Well, we'll ask chat. Who was the store doing the store exclusive? If you guys know, just so we can see. Okay, you just know it was a store exclusive. Okay. Yeah. I mean, they just fell into a gold mine because people are going to be like, that. I want that cover. Because they want it because it's a cool cover or they think it's a cool cover. And two, that it's rare now. You know what I mean?
Pair it together.
Wookie, I like your theory. I was worried about getting into gold. We can't afford the modern now, so I guess it's silver and copper. That's damn strange when golden age is cheaper than the modern.
Yeah.
Strange days, guys.
Yeah. I'm not surprised, though. The other kind of craziness. Well, real quick, I want to give a shout out here. Well, let's do this. we got some new shows coming out that are set ready to premiere this week. Make sure you guys check out the Star Wars show that's going to be coming on Wednesday. Dave Filoni. They do a little deep dive into Dave Filoni. So that's Tales from the Dark Side, the Holocron show about Dave Filoni. So that'll be fun. So make sure you guys go check that out. A couple more modern playbooks coming this week. We got a Mercenaut one coming up, and we have another from Gary Nusser. So make sure you guys check those out. But the main thing I really want to talk about is shout out to Jesse James Comic and this announcement that Scout Comics entered a deal with the Comic Book Shopping Network. And they're going to do a show, it sounds like, on the Comic Book Shopping Network channel. It says here in their announcement on the new venture, Jen King spoke on the new partnership. Everyone who knows me knows that I am earnest when I give my word not to reveal info until I have the go-ahead. This has been the hardest secret to keep, but I am so excited about our partnership with Scout. And then James Hake said, I'm so excited about this new partnership with not just Jen and Jesse James, but all the CBSN affiliated comic shops. CBSN is such an amazing, innovative idea company, and I can't wait to grow. This is crazy. I don't know if they're going to have a new show, but that's what everybody's kind of thinking, that they're going to be maybe part of a show. And is that kind of, what do you guys think about that? If the publishers start having their own shows on these network type things where they're selling books?
Why not? Everybody else is making money off of it.
Yeah, I mean, it gets. I mean, I think probably a lot of people just want to hear directly from. I mean, people would probably love to hear, like on a weekly show from Donnie Cates or or whoever. I mean, more power to them.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
It's a new way to advertise.
Well, that's where the market's going. I don't see how we can't. I know everybody wants to hold on to what it used to be, but with the world we live in now, it seems like everything is going to be these online selling groups or shows, or that's how you're getting most of your product, including new product.
Well, I mean, at this point, freaking eBay is killing everybody, and nobody seems to be a fan of this managed payments unless you're a big boy seller, and you get some discounts that I am not seeing as a small seller. I know that, so you're getting payment delays, the fees. They're siding with everyone else. So I don't, anybody looking for a new avenue, I don't blame them.
Yeah. Sacto Sanctorum says our wallets could handle a weekly show from Donnie Cates. I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not just use YouTube? Hey, I don't know if it's because, if there's something in the YouTube rules that says you can't do something there. There's something weird. You got to do these hoops. You got to jump around. But I guess, Facebook was just easier for them to do it. I think Jesse said in a interview, it was either on a Weekend Update or a couple other interviews he did, where he talked about they were actually thinking about turning the CBSN into almost like a TV network style show, where it's going to have its own web page and stream its own video straight from the web page. So it's like a home shopping network style channel, which is genius in my opinion. Then you don't have to worry about being on anybody's platform, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. So looks like Stein's background has been figured out multiple times in this show already. So for those of you guys that don't know, Stein's background is a famous TV or movie place, most of the time movies. If you guys can figure it out, he'll flip the screen. So just say what you think it is in the live chat. Play along. It's a fun little game, and he'll let us know if he can remember at the end of the show.
I'm apparently making it too easy this week.
I know. People are just...
Nico, who's taken a week off, wanted to remind us that he will have CGC back on his Saturday night interviews in 2 weeks.
That'll be a fun show. If you guys didn't see the Matt Nelson interview that he did a couple months ago, make sure you guys go check that out, and then check out the new one that's coming. It'll be very interesting. Hear what's going on with that. All right. So one of the crazy things, and I don't have the image, so I'm just going to throw up our thumbnail real quick here. One of the crazy things that we saw a picture of was this little pic here in the middle. supposedly, I guess, from a comic store or something, and
somebody posted on our Facebook page and a few others, and every post it was on got hundreds upon hundreds of comments.
On our page, it was Wesley Blackburn.
Let me see if I'll go ahead and talk about it, and I'll try and find it here real quick.
Yeah, I mean, I saw over 400 comments.
Yes.
Earlier today, it may have went higher.
Hey, and if you're not on the CBSI Facebook page, there's well over 10,000 people on there, and a lot of the creators are on there. So, if you're not on there, join.
Yeah. So I guess I'll start with thoughts on that. I mean, because we hear about stores doing it. I guess the plus side, at least this guy's posting that he's going to do that to you versus not doing anything.
Right.
But to me,
blindside,
it's a personal turnoff because my opinion is this is your job. Your job's to know your market and figure this out. Spend your couple dollars on the app telling you what's hot and pull it if that's what you want to do and be lazy. But there are options. It's not like you have to spend days upon days doing research here. This is, it's comic books.
So who's getting all the hate for this? The apps? Is the hate from the store towards the app people and stuff? Because Wizard's been doing this for years.
It's towards the flippers, but it just is becoming bigger and bigger. I mean, when the pot was a small number of people out of their customer base doing it, they didn't notice. And I think they do over time when there's more and more people talking about it. There's all these YouTube shows, there's websites, there's apps, there's everything. I mean, we all contribute because we all talk about it. And, I think it's just gotten so big that the stores want their piece. But, there's kind of a couple ways they can go about things. They can do one, do this method, and we're not going to price anything until you bring it up to the counter. I kind of think that sucks. It discourages you from actually wanting to dig because even if you're not finding value, you don't know what you're getting. So, I've done this at a few stores, and then you got to go up there, register, and wait for them to price it all. Could be 20 minutes at checkout. That's frustrating.
It kills the thrill of the hunt for me.
Well, I don't even care if you're flipping. Like, if you're just a customer, you don't know what you're buying, you don't know what you're picking. Why do you want to spend an hour in that store when you don't even know what they're going to charge you? Even if it's, let's just say you're buying a run book. You don't know what you're going to pay. Is it $1? Is it $0.25? Is it $4.99? Because that's what eBay says.
But sometimes that's why you go to your stores, because it's a honey hole. And stores that are like that, I get it. They need to make their money on some of their books, but you also have you put in books like that. You should be doing that on purpose for some books, so people can go, hey, that's a great place to go and hit books. You want to sell books. You don't want books sitting in your shop.
No, that's the other theory is these stores turn into museums, as somebody likes to call them. You got books on your wall that are eBay priced. You got books in your bins that are priced on eBay. Even normal people are like, why am I going to come here, spend the work when I can hit the button and get it from eBay?
The other angle for this is, who does this sign apply to? Does it apply to your regulars, or does it apply to the guy who comes in on Wednesday once every 3 months to grab a book because so-and-so said it's hot?
I think it applies to everyone.
I don't think so. I think
if they're not marked,
I think it's
not. It says comics are not priced, Paul.
That's what the sign says. But what happens at the counter? I think if you have a good enough relationship with your LCS, they'll cut you a deal.
Well, but it's still, you don't know what you're paying till you get to the counter,
right?
And you're haggling. Not every person in the world wants to haggle a price on everything. Some people are quiet. They want to take their books. They want to go to the register. They want to hand them the money. They want to walk out. They don't want to have a conversation. Other people, they want to haggle on every book. That's fine. But that's not, I shouldn't have to do that. I shouldn't have to have 20 minutes at the register while you look up my books.
So what do you guys think of comic stores getting a free trial to these apps that are coming out? Why do they need a free trial? It's their business. Spend couple bucks? You can't spend a couple bucks. That's your fault. I agree, TJ.
It's asinine. It's asinine to me. If you can't do a little bit of research, I've seen a lot of shops that turn into there's nothing good there because they're marking books at price. At least they're doing some research and finding the books. You may not sell them because you marked them too high, but
yeah, you're right. I think it helps stores know to be more knowledgeable too in their conversation. Like, I don't know where that book's from.
I don't know where. I'm not sure where the store is, but it's possible. I mean, that it could actually be against state laws to.
Oh yeah.
Because the price is actually, if they don't put a price on it, the price is the cover price, and if you don't price it, I think I know probably California, and I think maybe like there's some other states that are really hard on commerce like that. It may actually be illegal to do that.
There's other states it's not, and there's states that nobody's going to say anything. I like Jesse James on a few weeks ago and said it the best. My job's to move these books. I don't care if you use an app and you hit what's hot and find out this is a $20 book. I'm going to put it on my wall for $14. I'm going to sell it and move on, or I'm going to put it for $10. Whatever it is, you don't have to sell it for $1 to me in the bin, but price it to move. Price it so that your people are going to want to buy that book from you, not go somewhere else.
Yeah, and even if you do price it for $1, you're giving it to a customer that is going to spend more money with you and that has spent a lot of money with you. If you do that, it's future the comic book karma, man. That's what that is. You're setting yourself up to have more sales in the end, and that's what you want. You want to flip books. I get it that a lot of people see them as. Here's another one that I get a lot. I hear this a lot. I want these books for my reading customers. I've heard that too. Like this, I don't want you buying 10 copies of this because I want it for my other customers. And I get that being like on Modern's Day of type thing.
Yeah, new release books, that's a whole different discussion. This is your
totally
pin.
fine. But like
if you got 10 copies of any book that you bought from Diamond, your job was to sell them. So if you haven't sold them now, you want to get them the hell out of your store.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. This is a great point. Healthy balance. This is from Christopher Colbert. Healthy balance. Don't leave all the money on the table, but don't eBay price everything. Exactly. Yep.
It just doesn't benefit you. But I mean, I get the stores that do this. I get their argument that, hey, it's tough. It's tough having a store. We're trying to make and I get all that, and charge whatever you want, but you got to make it clear. You can't. You're just discouraging so many people. And honestly, I mean, you're kind of making up prices based on what you feel. I mean, if it's not priced, I mean, I could be the first person in there. I could take it up there and you'd be like, oh, that's $40. Then you see a kid come in there, he takes the same book up there and he's like, oh, that's $5. Well, it's deceptive. It's not on the up and up. It's, there's been times that I have bought from places like that. Basically kind of, I kind of got the feeling, I say, hey, these don't have prices on them. Oh, I need to check on those. Okay, well then I usually pick up like one book and I'll walk it up there and say, well, what's your price on this?
Yeah,
just some random book that I really don't care if I buy it or don't buy it, just to see where's he getting his prices, what's it going to actually look like, and if he gets on his little computer, then that's one. Then I'm like, yeah, that's all right. Then I'll just say thanks.
I got time for something else, but
I will say I did go into a store one time, and I kid you not, I took about 7 or 8 books up to him, and he started looking up eBay prices, and like one of them was like, it was like a $70 book or something like that. It was just sitting unbagged, unboarded. It was just sitting in a box, and I took it up there, and he got on eBay or whatever, and he goes $8. I was like, okay, like, what were you looking up? Because I'm not sure where you got that price from, but okay. So, it kind of goes both ways.
Nico brought up something similar to this. Well, something along these lines. When he was talking about, didn't Carter Mercenaut get banned from a store recently because he was finding too many good books in the store or something like that? And and something crazy.
What?
Like it, man, is it getting that bad where?
Well, Nico and I got banned from that store, the basement store, even though they let us in. We dug through 100 and some boxes. We brought a stack up at the end of the day.
You found all the books for them?
Yeah, and I even handed him, that was when the Immortal Hulk was hot and there was the first appearance. I saw he had some on his wall. I handed him a stack of 10 and said, "Here, I found all these. I'm not going to buy them, but here, take them."
Wow.
And then, we went through and we got some decent prices because we're like, whatever, you can sit on these or we can buy some. But then afterwards, he's like, "No, you can't come back," to Nico.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it
Well,
made
if it
a
was
it took an hour and a half to check out.
Jeez.
An hour and a half.
No, forget that. No way.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's probably, and I don't obviously know what happened in your case or in Mercenaut's case. I have no idea, but there's probably some, you don't want to get on, post on Instagram or something and say, "Look, I bought it from this store and this guy has no idea what he's doing," or something like that, kind of insulting but I'm sure that there are people out there that do that.
I was going to ask if that shop was named in the comments on Facebook or not, which
I didn't see that it was, but I don't know. But I didn't read 420 comments either.
It's far from uncommon at this point.
No,
that's true.
I stick with this is your business. Spend your time learning your business and sell books. Like, I know it's hard to run a store, but you're there 40 hours a week. Spend some of that time doing that. Look at a spec site for a half hour a day. Look at an app, whatever it is. This information's out there now.
Or pay somebody. There was a store that, I kid you not, there was a store that I went to probably 6-8 months ago, and there was a kid. He probably might have been 15. He was going through all the back issue bins, and he had his phone, and he was pulling stuff up, and he was pulling them out, and then he would take them back. And the guy was the owner was, I don't necessarily know if he was paying him in cash or like store credit, just like an hourly rate. Hey, go look at my back issue bins and see if there's anything out there that I should be concerned with that's went up 400% or something like that. And he just basically kind of helped out this 15-year-old kid and put him to work and do that. It doesn't take, it takes no effort at all.
No, absolutely not. I mean, listen, have you been to many of these LCSs that don't price their books and nobody's there? And you walk in and they're sitting there behind the counter just hanging out. That's when you do that work. There's busy shops, then you have employees, and you do that shit. I don't feel bad for them if you don't want to do your work. Listen, I wouldn't go to that shop. I have a couple shops I do go to, and they price their books. I'm happy if you price them well, because you're gonna not get hosed. That's great. I'm not gonna overpay for something I don't want, but
didn't that sign say also based on the volume we buy?
Yeah.
So
it sounds like you need to slow down on buying.
Yeah. So how does that? I'm curious how that shop prices what they buy. Then maybe they have a rate. Well, customers expect a price too. I mean,
yeah, it's silly to me. We can. I don't know that anybody's going to support that theory of, I'm all for them making money. Just do it up front.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we all are happy to walk into a store and we see a decent book at a decent price, we're going to buy it. And so is most of the community. Now, somebody that's truly just looking 100% to flip, they're not. But there are a lot of us that are there. Yeah, we'll flip a book if we find a deal. But if you find a book I want and you price it fair, I'm not going to pay more than I am to buy it from eBay and ship it to my door. We're probably going to buy it.
And honestly, if it's marked in that kind of a price, I'm probably not even going to haggle with you on the price. I'll probably just take it up and just say, "Here they are."
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit there and argue with you and try and get it even cheaper. I'm just gonna buy it.
Somebody was telling me, I don't remember who. Somebody on the Hangouts saying that the shop on their wall books, one of their shops is like they're pricing them 15% above eBay because they're selling. Now this is on the big books, the big keys, not the not the modern stuff, but like the big boy books. I'm like, because they're like, it'll sell, and if it doesn't, the price goes up in a month, and it will. I'm okay with that. I'm probably not going to buy at that level, but you've at least set your standard, and it is what it is. And if you want to negotiate, that's fine.
I feel like wall books have more room to haggle than back issue, a stack of back issue books.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah,
I mean, because most, I mean, you're generally not going to find a $150 book in a back issue bin,
unless you're Ben.
Well, I get them for $10. Not they're not priced for $150. Yeah. I don't even know if I can find those anymore, to be honest. I mean, not that I even have a chance to go to stores that often, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I feel bad for the people that don't really understand that, and then they spend all their time, and then they get up there, and then they get charged or the guy quotes them some ridiculous price.
Right. Yeah, that's a silly situation. My LCS actually bought a large back issue collection, or just a large collection, and because I asked the story, I was like, "Hey, where did this book come from?" It was in their case. I was like, "Oh yeah, it was in that collection I bought of dollar books, and it was a BA-12." And I was like, "Wow!" And he was like, "Yeah, if someone brought it up to the counter, and they're like, hey, you don't want to sell this for $1," and they knew what it was, they just missed it when they were going through the boxes somehow. And the owner was like, "Yeah, I would have honored it if he would have brought it up to the counter." So I mean, that's the relationship you want to keep with your LCS as well.
I was in my local comic shop. We'll say his name again, Jesse James Comics. Was there with my good friend Kyle from the Absolute Geek podcast. Jesse had gotten in a new collection, and we were going through books, and we were pulling out all these fucking keys, like X-Men 94, X-Men 101, like first Punisher, second Punisher, you name it. And we're just pulling out these books, and we're going, we should just pull these out for him to tell him that they're back here. Da, da, da. We walk up to hand them to him, and we go, "Hey, we just want to let you know he's back here." He goes, "What, you don't want to buy him?" I'm like, "Well, we don't think I can afford him." He goes, and he's writing a price on it, and he writes, and it was an X-Men 38 or X-Men 94, and he writes $30 on there, and he goes, "You sure you don't want it? Okay." And he puts in, and Kyle's like, "No, I'll take it." And he knew, he's like, "I know what this book is, but I know that you're a good customer, and I know that you're going to buy more books from me, and this is what I do for good customers when collections come in. I let them get a little bit of the honey too." And that is, in my opinion, a good comic shop. You're selling books, and you're also making money.
Right.
All right. Next thing.
That was a nice rant for the start.
The
juice is flowing, right?
A little bit.
I want to give a quick shout out to a show on the Flipside network that more people should be watching, and that is the 3 Comic Monty show. If you guys didn't see the latest 3 Comic Monty show with Sanford Green, do yourself a favor, go check it out. This is a really, really good show, and this particular episode was amazing. Really cool that creators are able just to take part and talk fun about comics and being, having fun. And this is what they do. And Sanford came on, and they had a really good show. It was Black Heroes was the topic, and they all showed some really fun books and had a really good conversation. Make sure you guys go check it out. That's 3 Comic Monty with Sanford Green. It's topic is Black Heroes, so make sure you guys go check that out.
I like his little spinner rack he's got.
I know, right? It was such a good episode. Like beyond
so many comments on it.
Yeah,
like it was blowing up the comments. So
yeah, it was really freaking good. Before we get into Market Report, make sure you guys go check out Comic Barricade. Get 10% off your order and free shipping if you use the code CBSI Tales. And really
that's
amazing.
Tales, that's TALES, not TAILS.
Yep, it's Tales as in TAL,
which is Paul's side gig. So
yeah.
I never said I could spell, just that I try. I do want to say Comic Barricade also, new product, has a small size for cards now on their website. So check that out. Magic, sports cards, whatever. Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever other cards exist.
Genius idea. It's one of those ideas that you just went, God damn it, how did I not think about that? So I used to cut out
cards are the worst.
Yeah, cards are the worst. I cut out foam pieces at work and like, oh, this is a perfect card size. I can just chop these up and all right. You ready for market report there, Z?
Are we doing spec or market?
Let's end with the spec just because there's only we'll start with spec because there's only a couple of them.
You want to split those two up by pickups between those two?
Yeah, we could do
that. I think Paul wants to do a pickup because he might. Maybe we'll let Paul do his pickups and we'll end at the end.
Yeah.
I think Paul's worried about his clock, so let's do spec.
That's kind of good.
And we'll let Paul do a pickup. We'll mix them up. Let's do pickups mixed up this time. Mix them in.
Right. All right, we'll do pickups in between. Let's go the market or the spec report first. What do you want to do?
Let's do spec.
All right, so there's only a couple on here this week.
I apologize. Nico's out, so you've got some older stuff for me. I don't have a lot from the modern, but this one is from Nico. And he says he regrets to even tell us it's here because he hasn't found one yet. But apparently this book, which is fairly sought after with the Pulp Fiction homage, this Hulk 441, there's a newsstand edition that people weren't talking about.
Paul's so excited.
Yeah. So.
Oh wait, there I'm unmuted now. There, yeah.
There we go.
Love that.
People love the newsstand. The difference is they all look like newsstands, but the direct edition has direct edition stamped up the side. The newsstand is just plain barcode. I got looking through eBay to see if there were any sitting there not sold. I didn't see any. I did see one just sold unmarked, so it's one of those kind of things that nobody's really paying attention to, but as everybody loves their newsstands on a cool cover, cool character, might be worth grabbing if you can find them.
It's anything newsstand at this point. Like newsstands are like those second printings, any late printings, you know.
Give me the screen. I'm too small.
All right, hold on.
It just happened.
Hold on.
There it is. There we go.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's nice.
Love it. Anyway, just happened to have that hanging around. That's all.
Hey, just happened to be near your chair.
Next to the tissue.
Paul, did you hear that Jenica now has a second solo series getting ready to drop from IDW?
A second?
No.
Has the first one even finished?
I know. I didn't even know she had a first one.
Interesting.
All right. Here's a one that we'll get a little bit more into, but we just have this image for it, and we're going to get a little bit more into it. And this is we're going to talk Invincible stuff.
Yeah, so Invincible. Everybody loves Invincible. It's coming up with the new. George says it's a separate census on the CGC, but I've yet to see them separated out well, Nico. They say it, but I still haven't seen them marking the census well. But it will. They said they will. I looked for that Ultimate Fallout 4 newsstand, and they still don't separate it yet, so we will see. So this Invincible is interesting. This is Bryan actually told me about this like last April.
Yeah, it's been a while. For people that don't know, shout out to Ultra Maximus. He just named it. One of my favorite all-time comic books, characters, everything is Battle Pope. I own original art, a lot of original art from it. I own the cover to issue 5. I love this series, especially the Funkatron copies, which for those of you guys don't know, Battle Pope was the very first comic stuff from 2 major creators, Robert Kirkman and Tony Moore, and they self-published Battle Pope through their own publishing company called Funkatron, and they did multiple books within the Battle Pope series. They're all numbered like in one series and then in mini-series, and there's a mini-series after like I think it's like this is considered issue 13 of the total series, but there's the mini-series is called Wrath of God. And some of these are really hard to find because they were self-published. There isn't that very many of them. This is later in the run. Usually you see the first 4. The first one's hard to find. Any of them are hard to find in good grade. And this was like their first stuff. And you see a lot of really cool early creator stuff from a lot of people that they were involved with. I think John Boy might have some early stuff in here. Somebody like John Boy or Kirkham or somebody like that. Has some early stuff in it. So, but yeah, this is on the back of Battle Pope Wrath of God from Funkatron.
So so there's a lot of talk of previews.
Yep.
Because this book is famous for its previews. So just to run the dates, Savage Dragon 102 is listed at the first. I don't know if it actually came out in that order. You know, things get a little confusing, but it has a shelf date of August 2002. So that, at least from shelf date, is the earliest. We've got Tech Jacket 1, the first series, Masters of the Universe 1, which had several variant covers, and G.I. Joe 12 from the Devil's Due run that are all cover date of November 2002 that have the same preview for Invincible.
Hold on, is it a preview story or just?
It's a preview in the end of the book. It's like 3 pages.
Kind of like Walking Dead had the preview in capes and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now this is a little different. It's actually just an ad on the back cover, but because it is basically the cover, it's kind of cool. And it's got a shelf date of October 2002. So it's prior to 3 of the previews, after the Savage Dragon, I guess. I don't think it's going to make you a fortune, but it's kind of cool. And if you're an Invincible fan, it's an easy kind of, you'll probably find it cheap if you find it.
And the Funkatron book is a big thing too, because you're getting it. You know, that's, you got to remember what that is, and if you like comic book history and stuff like that. There is another cover that we talked about that a lot of people like. The first appearance of Invincible is that Noble Causes Family Secrets, number 4. He's in number 3.
Number 3 is the cover.
Okay, well, so it's number 3. There's an A and B cover. You want the B cover the most because it's an homage to X-Men Days of Future Past, and it has Invincible in one of the wanted posters in the back. But he is in the book. He's just in like a couple page scenes, and that is his first appearance. So,
and the book itself, shelf date is 2003, like January.
Yeah, that one's going for a decent amount too. Let's see what that is going for here. Let's that's an interesting one to look up. What is it? Noble Causes Family Secrets 3.
Yeah, I didn't look the prices on it. I looked at all the others. This one popped up last second as we were chit-chatting.
Z, I actually read my first issue of Invincible ever.
Really?
I finally, I wanted to read that. I don't even know what number it is. 110, 111, whatever the one with the controversial one.
Oh yeah.
I just didn't know what the controversy was until I read it.
And there you guys can see him. He's in the bottom right there on the cover. This is the one that's tough to find. This is 3B. And this is a 9.8 that was sold from My Comic Shop, I think. Is that right? Yeah. It went for $570.
That's pretty good. The other previews are generally floating in the 100 range for a 9.8, maybe up to 2. So
it looks like about $100 maybe for a raw copy. $400 for a 9.8. The 9.8 and the regular one looks like under about 150. Here's 150 that somebody got. Anyways, you guys can see the prices. This is the first appearance. What are some of the other previews that were going for the most? Was the Masters of the Universe one?
No, the Master seems to be fairly cheap. I think Savage Dragon and Tech Jacket seem to be the 2 people covet the most.
Savage Dragon 115, right?
102.
102.
Yeah, so I don't necessarily know why. Maybe because they're actual Image titles. I guess Masters is Image, but G.I. Joe's under the Devil's Due. I don't know. Again, previews don't usually kill, but when it's $1,000 book, people will spend a few bucks. And this is one that I don't think I've heard anyone besides Bryan talk about. Funny part is this is he had told me this so long ago. I had bought one from Graham Cracker, totally forgot about it. I was looking for a box to pack books in my garage, and I found this sealed box from Graham Cracker. I opened it up, I'm like, why did I buy a Battle Pope book? I flipped through it looking for a preview, looking for something to tell me what it is, who the artist was. And as I'm about to put it back in the bag, I see the back, and I'm like, oh, that's what he told me.
So this is my favorite, one of my favorite ones for the previews, just because I'm a huge G.I. Joe fan, and this is a gorgeous cover by Joe Benitez. And I'm a huge fan of this cover. but this one goes for cheap. I mean, a lot of people don't even realize that it's in there, and you can find these in back-ish dollar bins all the time.
Yeah, the Masters is fairly easy to find too, I think.
Yeah. Oh, very
Which
cool.
has a Campbell variant.
All right. All right. That's the prospective stuff for tonight. You want to do pickups real quick, guys?
Sure.
All right. You want to go first, Paul?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm choppy.
You're good.
Internet's not choppy, just my ability to.
He was looking at his poster again.
Is that? Are we good on sound? Is it me or what the heck?
No, you're good. I opened a drawer. Sorry.
Oh no, hear weird feedback. Anywho, so I had money in my PayPal back when, and I put it all in a raffle that I won for this Chamber of Chills way back when.
That solves the question.
And so sorry if anyone else hears that feedback. I don't know what's going on. Anywho, so I got a mail package today. And some of the packages I'm moving, so I got like a pile back here. Anyway, you know what it is, and you have to open it. My 4-color. We talked about this guy. My 4-color creations came, and his business card is right on top when I open it, and it's. I don't want to throw that out. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's sweet.
It's awesome. But yeah, so it is the Chamber of Chills one. Very excited to have it. And so I just wanted to show that off.
They're so freaking nice.
Yeah, I haven't. This is the first time I've opened it.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's.
Is it just burned wood? Is that or?
It's like laser engraved.
Yeah, so it's 3D. So you can see there's a little bit of.
He does them in pieces and attaches some of it, so like that upper layer.
Yeah, it's. I know there's some crinkling and things. Sorry, but I'm very happy to display these together when I get a chance with my other Chamber of Chills homages and things like that.
If you find a good frame, let me know. I'm struggling with that.
Yeah, I will let you know. I don't know.
It almost needs like a border if everything else has a border is what I'm trying to figure out. Because I also have a wall that's wood colored.
That would be. I almost want to do like a red because it would match her red dress.
Oh yeah,
a red or a green, maybe a yellow to match the letters. I think those 3 would be. A radar lock, yeah. I think those 3 colors would be best. I don't know. I don't hear the sound anymore, so I don't know what the heck happened. But it just wanted to interrupt my pickups. But that was the one.
It's just Paul.
Pretty much, yeah. I was just screaming in my high pitched voice. But happy to get that. Awesome, beautiful shipping. And does our code still work? Does our
yeah. The Flipside still gets you a 10% discount.
So 4-color creations. He has an Etsy store. Yep, there it is. Yeah, awesome stuff. Just cool. So keep an eye out. He's coming out with new covers on our I would assume a somewhat regular basis.
I just saw he dropped ASM 300 not too long ago, and he just did Fantastic 4-1. So he's doing a few Silver Age right now. Yeah, and modern. So
very cool.
I want a Turtles, so hopefully someday.
Yeah.
We'll see. Fingers crossed. But that's all I got. I appreciate it. Thanks for the time. I'll stay on as long as I can.
All right. Anybody else want to go next?
I've only got a few. Or well, actually, I've only got one that I'm not even to show. I'm actually waiting on. I'll have a CGC order back this week, so
a little big one.
Yeah, hopefully 25 books. So, and it's a bunch of things that have like really low census numbers. So, I'm hoping that some of them come back decent. But I got this. This was sent to me from Van Denby. I wasn't really necessarily thinking about getting this book because I'm not like a huge Manara fan. But since I have it now, I'm actually kind of happy I do.
So what is that?
That's beautiful.
It is.
Is that the Panini?
Yeah, it's Panini. It's Italian only. It's Wonder Woman Museum Edition.
Oh, that's gorgeous, man.
How thick?
It's pretty thick. I mean, it's not like huge. I mean, it's
like the Dark Knight type stuff.
no, it's not square bound. It's
Okay.
no, it's not square bound. I don't know if you can see it or not. Not square bound.
Oh, so it's like a oversized comic, right?
Yeah. No, it's a regular size comic.
No. I mean thickness wise.
Extra pages.
Yeah. There's probably 50 pages, maybe 40, 50 pages in there. But the cover is like a matte finish.
Oh.
So it's like it almost feels like I don't know how to just get that matte feel or whatever. But
we show that one more time.
Yep.
It's actually less bloody than his average work.
Yes, this one actually is decent, and there's a trade dress version of it.
How's the face? Is the face art good?
For Manara, some of his are really bad, but
that's why I asked.
yeah, some of them are really bad, but this one's not terrible. But it's a cool looking cover, especially since it's Wonder Woman, and since it's Italian only. That's kind of cool.
That's cool. That's dope. Sweet. All right, Z, go for it. You up?
Yeah, why not? I got a pile of stuff. First one is I just skipped this Canadian price variant crap, and I went for the French Canadian of the first Carnage. So, Lieutenant Spider-Man 1, first appearance of Carnage in the French Canadian version.
Well, there can't be many French Canadian versions, right?
No, I mean, you got to think there's only a small part of the country. Cool back cover, too.
That is pretty cool.
I looked at the census before I bought it. There's 196, 394s, and a handful of mishmush. I think there's only like 9 total. Talked to the guy that sold it to me who was in the group. He says, they're not common. I don't know what the print is on it, but, French-speaking Canada is not a huge place, so it's not the most common thing. Got that. I bought I got a Brazilian order in, so got this, which is gotta remember what it was again. Tales from the Crypt 37, I think, inside. Tales from the Crypt 37. It's just a really nice looking copy of the book. Creepy freaking witch on it. And for an old Brazilian book, I couldn't pass it up.
Yeah, it presents really well, too.
Yeah. I bought some more Brazilians, and these are the dang digest size, which I like and I hate because they don't fit in a bag, but I got the first Punisher. Got
what language? What language?
These are Brazil, so they're Portuguese.
That's crazy.
Yeah, first Batman Adventure 12.
When did that come out? Did that come out the same time?
I don't know the exact date. It's similar. It's not the same time, but usually these are printed within 6 months to a year. I think I got another Gambit. I had one of these a few weeks ago. Got another one. These are older Brazilian. I bought 2 Punishers. One's nice, one's not as nice.
John's box of comics. Quebec books always smell of cigarette smoke and poutine.
I thought I bought 2 copies. I apparently have no idea why, but I bought 3 copies of this. First Silver Age Riddler. My guy there he found one I liked, and I bought it, and he goes, I found 2 more. Do you want them? I said, I guess. Why not?
Yeah.
These are really tough to find, these older Brazilian books. I mean, just the heat, the temperature, humidity. So getting any of them down there is tough. One of them's in decent shape, which means it's about a 4 to a 5, and the other 2 are kind of beaters, but you just don't find a ton of high grade in there. And the colors are real nice.
Oh, that's gorgeous. How many of those did you get, dude?
3. So, yeah. My guy in Brazil came through. Let's see. A couple more.
My guy in Brazil.
I know. Like he's
got like a dealer, man.
Yeah.
Got man. First Bishop. I think I had one of those the other week too. And then 2 more. Beat up first Morbius. These are real tough because they're actually pretty thick.
Yeah, it looks thick. Jeez.
This one's rough. This one's real rough, but Spider-Man Anywhere, older stuff's real tough to find, so was happy to add it. This last one is the jewel of the day.
Wow, that's
gorgeous.
Brave and the Bold, 28, First Justice League, E-Ball. It presents exceptionally well. It does have a pretty solid spine split of about half of it, but I mean, its colors are still really, really nice. It's not a glossy cover. It's kind of a matte kind of paper cover, so to find it in any kind of nice shape is amazing. I got a great price on it. Very, very happy to have this. So
yeah, that's awesome.
And that's Brazil. I think next week's going to be Nordic countries coming in. So we'll go there.
That's where in the world is Jon Z buying books from?
I did go to Canada this time too, so there's a couple places.
Yeah. Simple Man's, we got you, brother. Much love, man. All right, here we go. Z. Question is, speaking of Canadian price variants, what's the consensus on British Pence variants? I just came across my first 2 in the wild. I bought them for cheap. Early 80s store. Is there a market for them?
On the keys, yeah. I mean, not so much for anything common. I mean, I didn't know they had the Pences that late. I thought generally they were the silver and maybe some of the bronze, but we showed last week in the market report the first Black Widow Pence was actually outselling the U.S. by a tad, whereas even as far back as maybe 2 to 3 years ago, they were selling for 30-40 cents on the dollar. So they're gaining traction as an attractive investment. Robert, piss off.
All right, I only have a couple pickups. Well, first, so you talked about this a couple weeks ago, Stein. These Topps Living sets, the Sabine Wren ones.
Oh yeah.
So there was only a print run of 1480 of them. So the way that these works, we've talked about them before. They have a certain time limit when they quit selling them, and that's where the print run, however many sells in that time limit, that's where the print run ends. So some of these can be very low print run. I don't know how low 1480 is for the Star Wars cards. I couldn't say, but I know
there was they did do an Ahsoka.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah,
and the Ahsoka has about the same print run.
Okay, and the Ahsokas were selling for a nice little clip.
Yes. Yeah,
so,
like $60-$70.
Yeah, and they might be going for more once more Ahsoka and Sabine stuff starts dropping. And this kind of goes in with the Star Wars show that's coming out Wednesday, where they talk about Dave Filoni and some of the Filoni characters. They talk about Sabine and Ahsoka a lot in that, and it's kind of exciting to hear that. And then I got my stack of them in, and I guess I bought a bunch.
You destroyed the market on yourself.
Yeah, there's a nice little stack in there. So I'll just leave them in there and set them to the side. I like how they come in these nice. I bought like some of the baseball ones. Like I bought the first soccer set just to put aside. But I like how they come in these little boxes and you just put them away. Don't even mess with them. You can get them graded. A lot of people get them graded. I ended up getting a package or getting something on eBay from overseas, and it took forever to get to me. And when it got to me, the customs group opened it up and looked through it.
Oh, man, customs is getting vicious. Where do you get it from?
Yeah. And I got lucky. It didn't destroy them. I really like these crossed homages to the old Golden Age keys.
Yeah, that's nice. Those crossed 100s horrific variants.
Yeah. And so I got...
Where'd you get them from? England?
I got them from, I think it's one of the Nordic countries. But I got to look.
I tell you what, Robert and I had a horror story. Wow. We had DHL, and just all these books I just had got cut up and pulled out of their package and then just dropped back in the box.
Yeah. or if anybody knows where that, maybe that's England. Is that England? Is that the?
That's the Euro symbol, I think.
Oh, okay, so it's Euro. Okay.
That's a great. Geez,
That's the best of the bunch.
Yeah, so I was stoked to get that.
For those of us that don't have the original.
Yeah.
Some fuckers that do can eat
even
shit.
for the ones that do have the original.
You can bite me.
Yeah.
Did you ever send that in?
No, not yet.
As he lets the breeze
honest,
go through his hair.
I'm so scared to send it in because I'm worried the thing's gonna fall apart. Like, I would just wish I could hand it to him, because you guys know how much I love that book, and that, like, I don't want it to fall apart.
Would you be an on-site only kind of thing?
That's what I would like to do. I would like to do the on-site only.
Well, maybe next year.
Yeah, maybe next year. All right, so I got a couple of these. I sent a link, and they had a couple left, and I just grabbed them for cover, which was nice. So I grabbed 4 of them. I don't know what they're selling for. They're probably still $20 a clip, I imagine. But I'm just going to hold on to them. We'll see what happens with that character. That character's pretty cool. With all the America Chavez stuff that's going on, I don't own any of that stuff. And so I went and picked up a couple copies of something just in case. And I got these J. Scott Campbell, the Secret Empire ones.
Okay.
Yeah, so I picked them up for like 20 a pop.
I forgot that he had one of those with her on the cover. I think I've got that, but I forgot that was even her.
It's not even really a good cover, but it's J. Scott Campbell, and it's a variant, and it's a terrible series. That Secret Empire was garbage. But you guys know I talked about this, how I found these in my collection, the Marvel Point ones.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't really have anything other Kamala Khan. I do have the Point ones. I'm going to grade these and sell them. Or maybe just put one up for Raw. But I
remember when you were going to sell books and get yourself that Gretzky?
Yeah, I don't want to. Come on. All right. Come on, man. You don't need to dagger me. I do want to give a shout out to Drew Biz. I did pick up some. He had some of those Kamala Khan, the negative variants, and I grabbed a couple of those just thinking I just need to get something just in case it goes crazy, even if I'm going to pay a crazy price, that I never thought that book would sell for. I'll just grab a couple of them. So
you're buying into the madness.
I'm buying into the madness, and it is what it is. But that I still think that it's crazy that that these are selling for as much as they are. But hey, it is what it is. I'll sell them. I'll sell them all day.
Exactly.
But yeah, that is my pickups. All right, let's get into the market report.
All right, let's revisit our friend Miles first, because why not?
All right, let me find Miles.
I don't know what order we did it in, so I'm just going to call him out.
All right, let me see if I can find Miles. Is this Miles?
Either one. So this one, and I checked this because Nico kept throwing out that there's certain newsstands, and as of the second that I checked, they did not have any of the newsstands in a separate census. So that means these were graded probably prior to the notation, or they just haven't technically got it done. I haven't. Has anybody actually seen a separate newsstand census in these listings yet?
No, I don't even think they do newsstand on them.
They said they're supposed to, but I haven't seen it go. Like, they're definitely noting them now, but the impression is they're going to have a separate census. I haven't seen it. But this one is the newsstand. We talked about it the end of July, because a 9/8 newsstand sold for $8,100. Turns out that Dinesh bought that of Valiant fame, and he showed it on his Instagram. So serious collectors are taking this book very seriously. And I kind of said, well, let's see what else there was. And this guy popped up for $3,500, sold. And actually in July, there was also an 8.0 modern, $800. So this book is hot. So,
hey, Nico is saying because it's not a price variant, but that's not true. Because the Heir to the Empire is not a price variant, and they notate it as newsstand because I had it.
Oh, you're right. They've been doing that one forever. So it is weird. I can't quite understand where their breaking is.
Yeah, I don't understand what their logic is on any of it, but
so
the other one that I don't, for some reason I didn't grab a quick picture of. I do have this. Do you want to talk about this one?
Yeah, we can do that. I also have the Ultimate Fallout 4 Standard 2 ahead of 9.8 sale. I'll just mention
what did that one go for?
So the Standard had some just recently go. Oh crap! You hit the slide. Give me a second. You don't have the slide, so I got to look. They were about between 9 and 950 is where they're trending right now. If we remember back in July, the end of July, they were many sales in the 1300 and over range. We all kind of thought that was a little crazy. We thought it was an undervalued book and it needed to grow. I had said it was going to probably settle at 800-ish. It seems to be settling in the 900 1,000 range right now. I don't know if it'll go up, down, or beyond, but it did settle a little bit from the crazy highs of July. So,
that seems logical. I mean, because the $1,000 seems like that's the new, $500 mark that used to be books didn't really, pass that $500 mark, but now it's like that's 1,000.
I like how Nico said he's taking a night off, but he's correcting me all night in the chat. Maybe because he figures that's a more efficient way to talk since his internet sucks.
Shout out to K Titus all the way from Japan. K Titus is an amazing listener and viewer on a lot of the shows in our comic community. He is all the way over in Japan. So,
what time is it in Japan?
I know he's already been
ahead or behind us.
Who knows? He's probably just waking up over there.
That's 12 hours different somewhere. We don't know which way.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know. I'm not going to say. All right. This is one that I hadn't actually ever thought about or seen. This is from the 2016 series. So it's not Miles Morales Spider-Man. It's actually Spider-Man. Ton of variants for this. There's Fried Pie and all these other ones, kind of the usual gang. This was a pretty nice one. It's the Pacelli, but it's Comics Pro, who we all know are their own mess. But 30 in the census, 9/8 are 23 of them, 9/6 are 4 of them. Crazy thing about this book, in 2019, you couldn't give it away. 3 sales, as low as 35, as high as 89.
Gosh.
February of this year, 75. May, 90. These are 9/8 sales. June, 120. July 28th. June, 120. July 28th, less than a month later, maybe 6 weeks, 750 for a 9/8.
Do you think somebody's confusing this with the Ultimate Comics?
I don't know. It's a similar kind of image. I don't know. I don't know if it's somebody just went wild and went nuts. 9/8 sold for 750. I think it was a buy it now. This for a 9/6 sold for 511. So I feel like they overpaid on the 9/6 if the 9/8 750. But all the other 9/8s are now listed at $1,000 or more, and they've come out of the woodwork, of course.
Yeah.
So this, I don't know. It was an interesting book that I saw. I was like, what is that one?
This one was interesting because it's got that multi 3-pack. I have something similar, not the Thor one, but I have the Secret Wars set with 7, 8, and 9, I think, in the bag.
Yeah, there's some Transformers ones in that. There's a lot of bags. Yeah. I've just never seen this particular one. It hit my feed, and I was like, it's interesting. $200 ain't bad.
Is that the one that says not for resale?
No,
or is this the actual book?
Yeah, this is the actual book.
It's the actual book, yeah.
That's 3 for $99.
Yeah, this is old school. Crazy.
Yeah. So this is like the T-shirts, just something interesting to look at.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
There's a whole market that collects these sealed ones.
Yeah. All right, here we go. That's weird.
We didn't talk about that one. That's where it hit it.
Yeah. 910.
Yeah, so pushing the end of 900 on that one. There were some that sold later for 920, 950. So
Yeah. This one, man.
I only put this in because we just talked about the damn thing last week.
I know.
And I was excited. It kind of went back up. It hit a 1,200 sale on an auction. And a week later, 900. So apparently the guy that really, really wanted a copy got it. And the 2 underbidders didn't want it quite so bad. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me. But a $300 drop's pretty extreme in 1 week for a book like that.
Yeah. I love this book, man. I still got to get me a copy. It's one I've never owned this book, not one. All right, this one is another one that I absolutely love, and I need to own a copy. And maybe it's a good time to think about buying one because that seems pretty cheap to me for that book. It's
tough to say. So this one, they sell on occasion, but I went looking. The census is 39 of them, 15 9/8s, 9 9/6s. GPA has no sales on any grade outside of 2018. So no sales in GPA on 2019 or 2020, which blows my mind. They must have sold. Maybe they're on Comic Link. Maybe they're selling the auction houses that aren't reporting. I don't know.
These are so rare, and they were given out for free, right? So a lot of them are trash to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, but just 39 cents of some of them would sell. So only sales data I have is the average was just shy of 3,200 in 2018 for 9/8. 9/6s were 1,800 and 9/4s were 950. Nothing since then. I know there's been a handful pop up. This one is real tough. There's no pictures of the back cover. It's not a very high feedback seller. It only had 100 feedback or so, 125. So potentially that kept the bidding down. It doesn't look like a 9/8, but it doesn't look bad. You know, if I were just grading the front, it's probably in the 9/4s. But who knows what's on the back? So an unknown seller that's shipping first class in his ad and says $12 shipping. It sounds like a bit of a crap show of a listing. Probably scared some people away, but if they got the book and it's nice, that's a pretty good deal. Because it isn't going to get less popular. I mean, you got great cover, rare on a character that's got a movie coming out again, you know?
Yep. All right, Negan Lives, #1, red foil variant. It's funny.
This one more just interested me because I hadn't been following it. The red foil was a Skybound employee one, I guess. 500 copies is the quote. It's not the rarest Walking Dead thing, but it's up there.
No, the red was the one he gave out to his fans.
I think he did, but it also says it was given out to some Skybound folks as well. So he may have sent some extras out. I think it's kind of a multi-purpose thing.
And this one was maybe, you know, I don't know, our prices. Is this more or less than it usually goes for?
It started out real strong at 1,500 for the first couple sales, and then it's kind of settled in this 900 to 1,000. The thing I found interesting as I looked at the census, there have been 88 graded. 88 of them hit 9.8.
Sheesh.
The rumors I read on it said potentially some will show up in the Skybound store. So I am almost wondering if they graded some to do later. I don't know. Somebody got a hold of them early to have 88 of 88 show up 9/8.
Yeah.
I mean that's almost unfathomable odds unless they, you know, unless the book is just one of those types of covers that doesn't damage.
Like Batman Damned or something like that.
Yeah, but I don't think it's like that. I guess I haven't seen one. Yeah. So this one, we talked about this book a while ago too.
Amazing Spider-Man 194. This is a CGC 9.8 that went for just under $2K.
Yeah, so sorry, let me find my numbers on this one. We talked about it back in July 26th, so 3 weeks ago. Just a reminder, 6,000 the census, 499s, 400, 498s. The one in July is technically a newsstand because it doesn't have that black bar. You see in the newsstand thing, it's got the black bar, the 80s black bar to be a direct edition. So that somebody paid $1,000 newsstand premium on this one because the other sale, most recent, was in June, was $1,775. But correct me if I'm wrong. This is too early to have a newsstand premium.
That's not a newsstand, isn't the with the black bar the direct edition?
The direct edition would be rarer than the newsstand for this age.
Correct. So they paid a premium on the one 3 weeks ago that was a no black bar barcode. I think somebody got confused because back here, I mean, it's at least 50-50, if not, more of them newsstand, right? The newsstand really didn't start getting rare until the 90s.
Yes. Well, according to
the theories.
Yeah.
This is even when the direct market was just starting. So in my head, the direct market probably is at least even, if not smaller. So more of an educational piece, I think.
That's a great point. A lot of people don't think about that at some point the newsstand is not the rarer version. I never thought about that, man. I never thought about that.
You shouldn't be paying a premium for it in this age of books.
No, the premium should definitely go to these direct ones.
I wonder what the difference is. That would be very interesting to know that.
Good luck.
Yeah, I mean, you can go by Chuck's grid that his list that he has. And I can probably find it for you.
Is this Chuck from Mile High?
Yeah.
Craig in the chat says that Negan book is square bound like Batman Damned. Still strikes me odd that none of them are damaged, but
here's one from Sackless Sanctorum. Did y'all catch the Spider-Man Norman Osborn release from Reed Pop $25 book going for $200, $300 on eBay? I think this is the JTC. Yeah, the JTC cover. Is that what he's talking about?
Somebody's
terrible. The coloring is off.
Somebody sent me it. I looked at it and I said,
It's ugly.
Hey, so what year was this? Well, I can't remember. What year was
somebody
this
said
book?
70. Somebody in the chat's got 79.
Okay, so
80% of the market at that point.
Yeah, and it's actually more. So here, I'll just do a real quick share screen, and you can see. So this is from Chuck. This is from Mile High's website. 94% of the market was newsstand.
Wow, that's crazy.
So it was 86 when it was 50-50.
Oh man, that is very important information that a lot of people don't think about. I never think about that.
Grain of salt. I mean, Chuck's numbers are an estimate somewhere.
Yeah, but I mean, granted, he was around during then, so
if
there's anybody that would know, he probably would more than most anybody else.
The general swing is right, even if it's 80-20.
Yeah,
you paid more for a newsstand, which doesn't make sense.
True.
Wow.
Maybe they're easier. I mean, maybe they're harder to get as a newsstand, but I think the sheer volume would make up for it.
Here's another older one, or around the same age, right? Richard Dragon, Kung Fu Fighter #1, 9.6, signed by Denny O'Neil.
So this one is, it's a lot of rumors about the Bronze Tiger and Suicide Squad 2, and a lot of hopes on that movie. 242 in the census, which is not a lot for a bronze book, but it's not sold for a lot, so I can understand nobody's really grading them. 9/8s, there's 35 of them, 87 9/6s, and 2 total SSs. This says it's the only 9/6, which is correct, and there's one lower grade one. I do not know who they are. This one's obviously O'Neil, which would probably add a premium. But 9/8 price in 2018, $200. 2019, it jumped to $330. 90-day average is $350. The high sale all time, which was last year for a 9/8, is $490. So almost $500. 9/6s in 18 were $75. 19 is $110. 90-day average is $175. This looked like a jump to me until I got digging into the numbers. And a non-SS Blue Label sold the day before, so Sunday. This sold today actually for $280. So $255 on a yellow label O'Neill for $35 cheaper seems like a win.
Yeah.
So good book for somebody that, you know, wanting to be in on that one.
All right.
This book breaks my heart all the time.
Yes, it does.
I traded a Giant Size X-Men 1 9.0 for this book basically straight up at some point in time in my life. And I always think this was such a good trade. And continually the market seems to beat this book up and Giant Size keeps going up. So I don't know. At this point, I think I'm actually at a loss.
I would rather have this book.
You what?
I would rather have this book.
As would I. I don't regret it, but I just think, God, I should have sold something else.
This one
is really low, right?
Yeah. Seems like it.
This book is wild and wacky. So Census 272. It's not a super rare book for the age. There is a 9.8 and 9.6, probably a Gaines file copy. Highest sales I can find are 8.5s in 2019, 15,000 and 13,000. The issue is these prices jump up and down all the time. These are fairly recent sales. There was a 5.5 for 3,500, a 5.0 for 3,800, so a little more for the 5.0. 4.5 got 23.80, a 4.0 got 26.49. This was under 2K. In 2018, there was a sale for almost 2,500 for this same grade, a 3.0. This is a fairly well presenting one, so I can't argue the presenting. I was talking to C about this before the show, and he's like, it's just really too common. I go, but sure, it's not rare for these horror books, but to be one of the most iconic pre-code books, you'd think it would have enough demand to eat up, you know, the let's say 1,000 copies that are floating around still at best. If only 300 are graded, there's not tons and tons and tons of them. But it doesn't. This market goes up and down and up and down. So if this is a book you want, watch the auctions. You may score a deal on it. But I think this was a hell of a buy.
Yeah, that one looks really nice. I mean, the colors look great on that one.
For a 3.0, it presents real damn nice. I think somebody got a steal.
Captain America Comics number 72, a CGC 6.5.
So this guy is not the famous horror one with the Red Skull, but it's, you know, in that realm of the horror reign of Captain America. 37 in the census, 8.0 being the highest. A 6.5 hasn't sold since 2014, when, believe it or not, it was $3,100.
Wow.
So it has went down. I don't know if it was the same copy. I didn't look that close.
Wow.
Could be. It is the old case, so maybe. June 2020, there was a 7.0 for $21.25. In September of last year, there was an 8.0, the Crippen D copy, which is the highest graded, the lone 8.0, went for almost $8K. And a 5.0 in April for $1,100. So big jump from an 8.0 being the top to a 6.5, which there aren't many, taking a quarter of the price from the top graded. So
do you think that like this and that crime suspense stories, I mean, just for the fact that they sold them on eBay rather than sending them to Comic Link or Heritage was pretty bad move?
It's hard to say. A lot of times you're going to do better at the auction houses, but you know, sometimes your time in the market there, you got to send it in advance. They run the auction. So you don't, especially in this economy, people are scared. They don't know what it's going to be in next month. You know, is it going to take a dive? Comics are blowing up right now. They'll take the hit. You know, other books sometimes they do great. I've seen Black Cat 50 on eBay go beyond what everybody says they would pay in the, you know, the smart investor market, because somebody just wants a copy and they see one.
Yeah.
This one, this Captain America, I probably would have put on one of those and they would have done better, because it's not an uber iconic one, but it's kind of in that weird part in the run where it turns into that horror book, so probably this one would have been better on the Heritage or Comic Link or one of those guys. So,
yeah,
just a hodgepodge this week.
That's the market report for this week. Did you guys hear the spoilers? I guess people haven't read the Robin King book yet. Did you guys hear the origin of Robin King and that stuff yet?
I don't know. Are we supposed to talk about that, or are we going to get yelled at by Donnie? Are we going to get yelled at by Donnie? I don't want to be. I don't want to be on his radar.
We're going to talk about it. All right.
The
book has come out already, and this isn't Donnie Cates. Robin King isn't Donnie Cates.
Oh, then we can talk about it.
So turns out that it's Bruce Wayne, and from the world that he comes from, the realm he comes from, when he was going to the movies with his parents, instead of the Joe guy killing his parents, he kills his parents. He kills his own parents as a little kid. And Robin, the Batman Who Laughs, goes and finds him and recruits him.
Creepy.
Is it creepy or stupid?
Both.
Yeah. It seems really stupid to me. I mean, I get it that all the Batman from the metal, different realms are Bruce Wayne. I get that. But because it wasn't Robin, I don't like it as much. I thought it would have been creepier if it was one of the Robins.
It would have, but I don't know if it's unoriginal or they just, I don't know. Either that or, could Robin kill anybody else because he sometimes sucks? What are you doing?
Crushing his head.
Oh.
I just lost my green screen feed.
Oh, damn it.
Now we see you're like the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain.
Yeah. So is this did he kill his parents, Gordon and Alfred? Because I know there was this stupid thing where Gordon and Alfred did something to cause it, like they had the car stolen or something. It was really stupid. The character is so creepy and so awesome that you would really have to fuck that up big time to not make that origin good. And they fucked it up big time, in my opinion. That's such a cheesy origin.
Yeah. So many Robins to choose from. You could have went with all kinds of things.
Yeah, it would have been great. And if and him talking and threatening the other Robins and what he's going to do to them, and like that makes it better if he's a Robin. I don't know.
What wouldn't you think of? There's some universe where Dick Grayson just gets so pissed off he can't fucking take it and fucking goes, or Jason Todd comes back from the dead and fucking does it. So many options. Damien could do it. Probably the only argument is the third one probably is not on the list to be in that.
Yeah, Tim Drake is not gonna. Well, it would have been. It's kind of like the whole thing with the Ronin character on Turtles. Everybody trying to figure it out. Everybody's like, "Oh, Raph is too easy. It's no way is it Raph." And people are like, "Yeah, there's no way it would be Tim Drake." But man, if it was Tim Drake, it'd be cool.
Blow your mind. Yeah,
it'd be fucking cool.
The happy cool one, right?
Yeah. Style over substance. Yeah, sometimes it just So Franco says, so what is the Robin King book going to be going to then, with your opinions? I guess he's asking which is the Robin King book to own. Obviously, to me, it's that 1 in 25, right?
Yeah. I just don't know that it's going to stay hot.
The Federici cover would have been the book if it was, to me, in my opinion, if it was a 1 in 25. But they messed up by not having that book be a 1 in 25.
But did anybody really think Batman Who Laughs would still be going as long as it has?
No, but
as high as it is.
It's a great character. I
think there's just a little more dark to it, maybe. Nobody loves Robin.
Yeah, but that's why it was so creepy. Because it's still, I don't know, man. We'll see. It's just starting. The whole story is just starting, but I mean, they're really playing the whole angle of, this being creepy stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's creepy. I don't know. I don't see it being a long-term. What the hell do I know? Why do I even give an opinion? I'm wrong about anything in the last 5 years. Just whatever I say, do the opposite. The one book I do buy any given year that I spec onto Flip is freaking garbage. So if I say it's shit, hold on to it. And if I say it's great, you shouldn't have bought it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Like how it's going to lead into the story. I think it's cheesy. The story to me seems cheesy so far. We'll see. Yeah, you mean the Aussie cover? Exactly. It looks like a Cradle of Filth. The band Cradle of Filth. That's what it looks like. Norwegian black metal, man. Batman Who Laughs is now the Darkest Night. Yeah, he is. Is there a peach cover for it? There's a peach cover for Robin King.
Oh, yes. Good. I hope he's in front of some ferns. That'll look good.
No, it's yeah, I'll have to find it. But yes, there is one.
She is just really putting good for her for making money. I hope she's making money because she is just drawing her ass off, man. Every week there's like 3 new books from her.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the Marvel Zombies cover she had?
No.
I'll show you. It doesn't look that bad.
That's bad when we're saying it doesn't look that bad.
Well, you guys know how I feel about the Usagi book. I will own that Usagi book. I just got to wait for it to drop some. That is one of the few books that I really like of hers. I really like that book. All right, here we go.
We lost. Oh, Stein's back. We thought we lost him.
Sorry. I was trying to fix my green screen.
All right, so this is the zombie cover. It's not bad. It's not great, but the background and everything makes it. But yeah, you're right. There's the ferns. The ferns are there.
I think you do that much work, it's gonna hard to repeat quality all the time.
Yeah,
you say that, but man, there's some. I mean, Perio, man, his stuff is like top notch every single cover he puts out.
But he's not doing,
and his is all painted.
But he's not doing 15 a month.
No, but he's pretty consistent with. I mean, the Dynamite, the stuff that he's putting out, a lot. I mean, he's putting a lot more than I thought he would, for sure.
Yeah, that's true.
She's got a Poison Ivy cover that's coming out, and Dennis Chandler likes it. I don't think it's that great, but it's not her worst. That's for sure.
Did you guys see that Del Otto was teasing, or IDW is teasing another, or Boom, or whoever does those Walt Disney stories, another Del Otto Mickey or Disney cover?
Where did he tease that?
On Instagram, I believe it was. It was. What was which store had that? Was it Scorpion or Scott's or?
Yeah.
That it's on their. I think it's on their Instagram.
All right, let's see what we got here.
I don't remember who did the variant, but
this one right here,
right there,
just says Disney,
but it's like a close up.
Huh.
So it's going to be another Del Otto, which, hey, if I were them, I'd have Del Otto do every single Disney character that he could think of and just put them on every single book.
This is the one book I did not get that I really wish I would have got. This is the one I didn't or was not quick on the draw to get, and that is a beautiful cover.
Beautiful. I think Del Otto would be real creepy with some Disney characters. Like
that Mickey book was creepy. The black and white one was really creepy, man.
Could you imagine like Goofy?
He did a Goofy.
Did a Goofy?
Hold on. No, I mean hold on.
I don't know that I could handle it. It's too disturbing.
Let me see if I can. Here, okay. Let's see here. Oh, I'm gonna go back here and share my screen again.
That's what kills the green screen.
Yeah, probably. That's okay. Nobody's gonna guess where I'm at anyway on this one.
I thought you were in Detroit.
No, it is up in the north though. All right, so there's a Donald Duck.
Oh my God, that's gorgeous. What was that from?
These are just his drawings. Here is Goofy.
Oh, those are beautiful. They are creepy. Look at the other Donald. That's creepy.
There's Popeye.
That's really creepy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I honestly, his stuff is just.
It's too dark.
Look at the Astro Boy. Look at the Astro Boy. That's really creepy.
Yeah, he's still unbelievable to me.
It's unbelievable. I don't think I can handle my Disney through his lens, dude. I like my Disney wholesome.
I need some Animaniac stuff though. That it's not there. I'm a little disappointed.
Like I can handle my Popeye dark, but I can't handle my Disney dark.
There was also a there was that Vader Momoko book Aaron Yee's talking about that Scorpion. That's not bad. I like that one. It's not. I mean,
that's Momoko.
Yeah, that's Momoko. It's okay. It's okay. I like there was a Vader foil cover that was really sick that I saw some page, some feed somewhere. For those of you guys that don't know, you guys can go check out our Facebook. You can go to the Facebook group for CBSI, Comic Book Invest. It is a private group. And if you guys want to go check that out, it's great. But you can also go check out, there is another group for, let's see here. I don't want to, let's see if I can find this. Another group that we have where it is our
page.
It's just a regular page. So anybody can go check it out. And that is the CBSI Tales from the Flipside page. So if you want to join that group, and you can just post whatever in there.
You can share links and stuff from there since it's not a private group.
Yeah, so if you guys want to go check that out, that is all fun and exciting. And make sure you guys check out 3 Comic Monty and check out the Star Wars show coming up for sure. And before we end this one more time, we want to give a quick shout out to a couple people that we lost in the community over this last week. And that is the Comic Jabroni. If you guys knew Comic Jabroni or watched his content or want to go give to this GoFundMe, go check it out. You can just search the Comic Jabroni on there. So much love to all his fans and family and friends. And also James Pop, a good friend of Brian Wood over at Simple Man's Comics. Brian, show Brian your love and show all the fans and friends and family of James Pop your love. Out there too. So much love to you guys for that. And we will see you guys next week.
Hold on. I got to tell everybody where I was at.
Oh yeah. I told you.
You'll have somebody hate you if I don't tell.
Look at
this
jumped my gun.
All right. So this was the first one. This is from American Psycho.
Oh, great.
This one is Nakatomi Plaza from Die Hard. This is the swimming pool from Sandlot.
People got that one fast.
It was quick, yeah.
They got all 3 of them, so I had to go deep on the last one. I had to go hard and like where nobody was going to get this one.
And I see a lot of people are still trying.
Yeah, this one was really difficult. I wonder if I should just let them.
You gonna let it ride?
They'll be screenshotting, doing the Google Images or something.
Yeah. Let them know. Waited this long.
Yeah. This is actually from Shutter Island, which was a DiCaprio movie back.
Great movie.
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah. So this is somewhere in Boston, but yeah, this was like the Psycho House or whatever he was at from Shutter Island.
Great movie. So. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and make sure to like and subscribe, and we appreciate it. We will see you next time. Adios.